If she gets like AIDS or something, would you be like, okay, I'm supportive of that? Because maybe like that kind of sucks for her, but don't you think?
What if she got AIDS?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a medical condition, so.
Like it's not like a sort of thing where you're like, yeah, I got big biceps. It's not like, oh, I got AIDS. Like I'm kind of happy about it.
I think we're done here, thanks.
First night when I see, with sex in her eyes, will be the hot one I need to take home with me tonight.
Like, gay son or thought daughter?
Sorry?
Gay son or thought daughter? Which one?
Both. Gay son.
What's your reasoning behind that?
I don't know. Really?
Maybe like if you have a thought daughter, she can get pregnant while the gay son can't.
She can get pregnant if she wants to.
Well,
But I'm
obviously
saying-
the son's not going to get pregnant.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm saying less like you have less things to worry about.
I'd say gay son because I actually don't have a problem with people of that gender or
What?
sexuality.
Gender?
Sorry,
Fucking gender.
language. You know, look, one of my best friends is prime example of that, and I just support him every day and everywhere I can.
Is this an actual interview? I don't mind as long as they're happy, I guess, and
But do you think like they'd be happy like if maybe they got like an STD or something?
no.
Or like if you have like a daughter and like she gets like pregnant, that's kind of like as a teenager or something, that's kind of a big responsibility, you know?
Yeah, I mean it is, but I'll just give them the support, I guess.
What if like she isn't ready for that?
If she takes a choice in abortion or adoption,
You'd be like, just abort the child, you'd tell her.
no, I'd tell her to do whatever she wants to do. I mean, my parents were teen parents, and
So you think it's not that bad? It can work out.
I mean, I wouldn't personally want that, but some people might. So yeah.
What if like you have like a gay son or something and he's like going out with the boys doing meth and stuff and having gay sex?
I'll just tell him to use protection and stay
Like,
safe.
you'd be like, you can keep like the meth, but but what if like the meth makes him forget to use protection? That's the problem.
I mean, the meth's probably not the best idea.
What's your reasoning behind that?
Smasher.
Do you think that's a bit like incestuous?
No.
Like, is this quite a common question?
Well, I mean, the gay son, he's not going to pregnant anyone.
The way.
Thought daughter, just for the vibes, you know? Like, why
But
not?
like, aren't you a bit concerned though? Like maybe daughter's like for the streets, she gets like an STD or something, and you're like, oh fuck. Like,
Yeah, but that's on her, isn't it?
I'm saying like deal with that, you know?
Yeah,
That's
not
my
my
problem.
She's a thought, doesn't mean she's an idiot. Like, girl can protect herself, you know what I mean?
Fair enough. So you're saying like, okay, if she's like for the streets, you'll just be like, look, daughter, I get that. Like, just be, you teach her everything.
Isn't
I
it?
feel
It's
like
a bit of a you problem.
You can try teach her.
You say that to your daughter?
Yeah.
Wait,
Deal with the issue.
is this like a would you rather question?
I mean, would you rather?
Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter? What?
I mean, either way, your child is sleeping with a lot of men, so you just got to pick your battle, really.
That's true.
I feel like a thought daughter is safer.
Actually, no.
How so?
I would say
be gay and
Less AIDS?
No, but generally, I'm gonna say.
You're saying maybe she has like better like rationale, while like
No, not to do with her, but to do with the situation she might find
maybe
herself in.
I feel
women have more emotional intelligence, maybe.
I feel like maybe if you taught your daughter not to do that and she does that, that's her own fault.
I don't know, probably a gay son.
Fair enough. You're saying maybe like if your daughter's like sort of for the streets, you're concerned maybe she gets like some disease or gets pregnant.
If she's... I wouldn't care if my son was sleeping with men. But
Can't get pregnant.
No, exactly.
Gay son.
Yeah, gay son.
It'd have to-
Gay
yeah.
son.
What's your reasoning behind it?
Just because, like, not that I could relate with him, but like, he'd be my like son, and I don't have to like. It's actually quite hard. It's quite hard to say, but like.
Being a thought is like a lifestyle, whereas being gay is just something that's like,
You're just born like that.
yeah, you're just born like that. So, being a thought is a choice.
So you'd be like, daughter, please don't be like whoring yourself on the street and stuff,
Yeah. Learn some like
No respect for that.
things like yeah.
Like if she's like for the streets. You'd be a bit concerned.
Well, yeah.
I just keep saying for the streets. Like, what is going on?
Like, so personally you're saying you don't want her to be for the streets. So maybe you go for the gay son?
Yeah, but let her live
No one would want their
live
daughters to
inside.
get like fucked every night on
Oh
the
my
streets.
God.
Yeah, I mean maybe she comes back with a charge that I don't know whose this is, like, and like
The gay son doesn't have to be like.
fucking all these dudes.
All these dudes, yeah.
So maybe he's not for the streets, maybe just a normal ass dude, like maybe committed relationship.
Like
Yeah.
guys, that's fine.
But what if he's like doing meth every night and like fucking all these men?
Good for him.
nothing to do with the fact he's gay. That's just to do with the fact he's
Well, maybe it's this guy.
We were offered gay son or thought daughter, not gay son who does meth.
Okay, but like, so if he's doing meth, maybe you're like, okay, that's where I drew the line. Like, choose one.
him being gay. That's just the fact.
I mean, that is like a common. That is an activity of some dudes. You know, they'll meet up big like with the boys. You know, do some math, like classic. Do for like. No, not straight. My gay dude.
Go with the dudes.
Why is it specifically a gay person that we have to be concerned?
Well, I think maybe it's because like the woman, they're like, hold on, I don't want to do meth and have sex with all these dudes. Maybe that's not a good idea. Well, the guys are like, fuck it, let's go. You know, like, let's get this party. She's your daughter. She's your daughter.
Yeah.
But what if like she's too busy like being on the streets and having sex with all these other men?
Make time.
Enjoy sex.
With like, yeah.
At what age do they become?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Maybe it's just like ingrained. It's sort of like, you know, you're born like a psychopath. They're just born.
On the street.
I mean, no. It's like that's like the mentality. It's just like how, you know, maybe it's just a thought from like birth, you know.
Well,
It's just mentally, you know.
In it, like, because a lot of parents won't bring up a thought daughter, and a lot of decent parents will, and they'll be like, "Why?" And she'll be like, "Because I've been held back my whole life." You know what I mean?
So how would you prevent the thought daughter scenario?
Why are you trying to prevent it?
So you're saying like we want to encourage the thought daughter scenario.
Not encourage it, but just let her do her thing. You know?
Are you not worried though? Like maybe she comes back with a child that I don't know who the father is.
You could have a fucking Saint Virgin Mary daughter who goes out on the lash one night and ends up in a ditch. Like, you know what?
So maybe you're saying like she comes back with a child and she's like, but I didn't have sex with anyone, and you're like, okay, it's the Virgin Mary sort of situation. I understand. You know.
No.
You don't think that happens? You don't think?
Is this for like a project or something?
It's serious, yeah.
Oh, fully serious.
Either.
I mean, you must prefer one over the other.
I don't mind.
You're just saying like either way, your child's sleeping with a lot of men, and you're just saying like I'll take whichever comes.
You should judge people for that.
But I mean, what if like he gets like an STD or something? Isn't it a bit of a concern? Isn't it a bit of like a concern?
Yes, I don't know.
Or you're just saying like, oh, if he wants like get an STD, maybe it's his choice or her choice.
Well, I don't think anyone particularly wants an STD. It's not a choice; it just kind of happens.
How do you like prevent that?
Well, I'm not the one with the STD, so.
Aren't you a bit concerned though? That, I mean, if your son is like out here on the streets, you know, having sex with men, maybe he gets like an STD or something.
Yeah, it could happen, but
Exactly. That's why you strap up.
What if like he's doing like meth with like and having all his gay sex and like obviously he forgets about the condom because he's on meth
I think if someone's doing meth
and gay sex,
there's more of a problem with them doing meth than having sex.
So you're saying, okay, I understand.
If I had a thought daughter, right, and she was doing meth and being a thought, obviously it's
Well, okay, pick one. You know, like we
gay
can't.
son. I'm just having an example here, right? Because meth is worse than
you say
gay
that.
sex.
My gay son have to do math.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, let's say it's like 50% chance. Maybe just sometimes.
Oh shit.
If you're
Okay.
gay, you obviously ingrained in you have a 50% chance
Of
to
doing
become a
meth,
meth head.
of course,
Obviously.
No, it's not like a meth head. You're saying it make it sound bad. He just like maybe he just enjoys doing that with the boys, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, you just enjoy doing that with the boys. Why does it have to be?
Well, I mean, because
Doing meth with the boys.
I mean, if he's not gay, he's not gonna be like fucking the homies, you know.
I mean, he might.
No comment.
Who says his friends aren't gay?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a good point.
so you're saying maybe he just like dips his toes, like maybe a bit of like homosexual activity, but doesn't necessarily make him gay himself. Maybe just tries it out, didn't like
Gay
it.
son.
So maybe like
Why would he be straight with like a bit of gay?
maybe he just wants to like try it out, you know.
But then, if my daughter was sleeping with lots of people, I sort of think, you know, I don't know, about her sort of safety and her well-being, and maybe.
Would you like call her out, be like, Amy, stop acting like such a hoe, you know?
No, I wouldn't call her out like that. But you'd have to like sit down and, you know, have a conversation about, like I say, about her safety and.
Just be like, maybe there's like another meta she can try, like maybe not like being for the streets, maybe, you know, maybe, like find a nice partner or something.
Yeah, or a different hobby, or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like
Something else.
find herself like something to busy herself with, something other than sleeping with a lot of men.
Yeah.
It's a good like pass.
Take the microphone. Would you rather have a thought daughter or a gay son?
I mean, either way, your child's gonna be sleeping with a lot of men, so You're just
is
about.
that a problem?
Yeah, is that a bad thing?
No, but think about it. If you have one son, you only got to worry about one dick. If you got a daughter, you got to worry about 100, right?
What if he's sleeping around?
Maybe. Like, how are you gonna minimize that risk? You know?
Okay. Thank you for your interview time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I hope I'll see you around.
Are you not concerned? Like, maybe if your like daughter's like on the streets every day, like, maybe she gets like pregnant or something.
What is the point of this?
Or we're just like trying to gauge people's opinion on this stuff.
I mean, you know, I think
What if she gets pregnant with like some like random dude's child, and you're like, oh, I don't want to look after the child, no, but she's just like a teenager or something.
I think everyone deserves to have a choice.
So you're saying these two, if you mix meth and gay sex, even in moderation, it can lead to bad things.
I mean, like I said, as long as they're happy, but I wouldn't.
You wouldn't personally do meth and have gay sex.
I wouldn't say meth at all would be a good idea.
You just tell them, okay, look, I understand, like I'm supportive, just without the meth, please.
I guess.
What if he's just like, that's what I like doing, Mom, and you know, how would you convince him?
I don't know, I'd just sit them down, have a talk, and like I said, as long as they're safe and not like doing too much meth.
So you're like, son, maybe, you know, you can find another pastime of doing meth and having gay sex.
This is actually a college thing, yeah?
Yeah. Do you think like meth isn't like a staple for some people? Maybe they're just like big fans of
It
it?
is a staple for some people, but not in particular gay men, I
Yeah,
don't
he
think.
said there's a 50-50% chance.
I just threw that out there.
Doing meth.
But you're saying, so if he enjoys that, you'd be like, okay, cut the meth, like I'm against that.
It's
What?
drugs. It's drugs.
You're saying it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
but isn't Breaking
How
Bad
we got from gay son, thought daughter to cut the meth. Like,
isn't Breaking Bad kind of cool though, like meth?
To be fair, I do love Breaking Bad.
Exactly. So he'd be like Jesse's like, but like with gay sex. So like he's kind of cool, you know?
So like a zesty Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Zesty Jesse. All right. Again, no comment.
What if the son's for the streets?
Good on him. If he wants to do that, he can do
I
that.
mean,
I've taught him
son,
what I
let
know.
them be. What
Is that how
son,
it
gay
is?
daughter? Are we switching?
No, but like we're just saying like, maybe, okay, he's gay and he's for the streets and he's maybe doing meth sometimes.
So and the daughter.
Pick the thought daughter.
No, I
know. Yeah.
know. So okay, you're saying okay, in that case we have to kind of choose the daughter because at that point it's just too much to. Yeah, that's true.
daughter does meth.
But like maybe a woman had more emotional intelligence, so she's like, I probably shouldn't be doing
Yeah,
meth.
but this is very individual cases. Like you're making a lot of generalizations. If you could have a really intelligent woman
No
who
emotional
enjoys
intelligence.
sex, and then a really stupid gay guy who's just a fucking meth
Like
head, or
doing
you could
meth.
have a really
Why are you
intelligent
assuming he's
gay guy.
stupid just because he's doing meth?
I'm not. I'm saying you like, or you could have a really intelligent gay guy and a thought daughter who's not got a lot going on, and just
So so you're saying like men and women are equally likely to be doing meth.
Yes.
Even if she's just like, she's like, Mom, I want to be like on the streets, and you're like, okay, if you want to do that,
Well, I think the way you've put it, I don't think a lot of people would say that.
like on the streets.
Yeah.
How would you phrase it?
Well, why don't you elaborate what you mean?
Well, like she's just like daily on the on the streets, like maybe like waving at men, and then they're like, oh, come in my car, drive us like a motel or something. And she's just like rolling with that, like wherever we go, that sort of thing.
So you think that she's a slut by doing that?
No, I'm just saying that's what she's doing on the streets.
Well, that's her choice.
But like, what if
You
like,
can support your children either way.
but if she gets like AIDS or something, would you be like, okay, I'm supportive of that? Because maybe like that kind of sucks for her, but don't you think?
What if she got AIDS?
Yeah.
Well, it's a medical condition, so.
Like it's not like a sort of thing where you're like, yeah, I got big biceps. It's not like, oh, I got AIDS. Like I'm kind of happy about it.
I think we're done here, thanks.
Or maybe because they found it like a good synergy. Maybe they're like, okay, gay sex and meth, it goes well together, you know? And they've decided that. No, I'm just saying, like, if these people have decided that, are you gonna be like, okay, nah, like, I just ain't about that.
I feel like you clearly have a preference, so you can stick to your own.
I feel like you need.
Everybody has a
You need
preference.
to be a more neutral interviewer. You're quite like swayy.
Too much gay sex and meth. You're saying talk like.
What?
Never.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really decide whether you get a gay daughter or.
You can decide whether you do meth.
You can decide whether you do meth. Yeah, that's.
It's not ideal.
No.
But you can
it's
decide
not-
if you
it's
want
not
to
the
sleep
most
with
ideal
men
thing.
every fucking night. Oh, sorry. I mean every night.
Oh,
So you're sort of saying if daughter comes back like from the streets, you'll be like, daughter, you're being a whore, like sort of thing, like you'll be like, you need to stop being for the streets.
You're being a whore.
You'd sort of say that, and she'd be like, oh mom, come on, like, I'm just having fun, and you'll be like, no, not having that.
That's on her. If she wants to be a
who?
slag, she can be a slag. If my son wants to do drugs on the daily, he can do drugs on the daily.
You know, it's all life experiences. You know,
learn
if
I told them I don't
overcome
like it, then I can't really change anything.
I feel like
they're
you've
still
got to give
gonna
them
do it.
room to breathe, otherwise they'll just like rebel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.